Hello everyone. We have a game with the black pieces against DJIE, rated 1708. Okay, so we're going to get some type of Caro Kann, but with an early f4. So an advanced variation with f4. So if we just develop our bishop, he might try to kick us. We could just hop in here. So let's develop the bishop, close the pawn chain. He brings a piece out. He can hunt our bishop if he wants. Now he pushes the pawn in the center. It makes a lot of sense. You have a lot of different moves here. You can even pin the knight to control this, the dark squares. You can develop. You can play c5. So I'm just going to develop my knight just to stay flexible. He develops his bishop. That makes sense. And now I'm just going to play c5 and fight for the center. He ignores me and just castles. But now if I take the pawn, he can't recapture with a pawn. Which means that it's probably good for us to take. So let's do that. A3. Not what I was expecting, but okay. Okay, he wants to do this and this or something, but I'm fine with that. There is this target. It's a little annoying for him. So just to take immediate advantage of that, I'm going to develop the rook here with a threat. He can defend by taking the pawn with the knight, but he doesn't even respond. He just goes along with his plan and completely ignores the threats that I'm creating. So now that's just a free pawn. Let's take it with the bishop to create threats. Okay, he moves the queen up. That's fine. We should probably develop our other pieces. Let's just bring our knight out. It has the f5 square. Okay, so he finally takes the central pawn. Makes sense. No reason to give him the bishop at this point, so we should move it. Now, is there a downside to moving it here? I don't think so, unless it gets hit by the knight. Okay. In that case, because I can't put it here, let me look for a different move. Queen here pins the knight. He can't go bishop e3, which is important, otherwise this would be bad. And we'll see what he does. We can always move the bishop next turn. He can't harass our queen or put a bishop here. He moves the king, renewing the threat on the bishop, which makes sense. I think now is a good time to retreat the bishop. Let's go here. And now we can develop our last piece in castle. We can stick our knight in here as well, which I think we're going to do next. But instead he pushes, opening up some diagonals, threatening to break down our construction, but hanging a central pawn. And I mean, I wanted to put my knight on f5 anyway. Now we get a pawn. It does open his rook, but I don't see how he's going to take advantage of the f-file. So he takes, and it looks natural for us to take. Yeah, Yeah, I don't see the problem. So now we're up 2 pawns. So if he doesn't checkmate us, he loses, right? And if we take this pawn, we have another defender. Things are, okay, so he defends the pawn, but hangs this maybe? This hits the queen. He has to move one of the pieces here, the queen or the bishop. I guess you still win material, so let's do that. And he can't try to pin us and do a back rank. What the heck just happened on my screen? Inspect source. Oh, because it's not checkmate on the back rank. And now he sees what he's done. And so we haven't castled, but so now he wants us to take the queen so he can get his bishop out of danger. And if we take the bishop, we lose the rook. But if we take this bishop, that's just a free piece. And it's not like our queen's hanging, right? It's defended, so that's okay. Okay, he finally develops this knight. But that's also a blunder because we take the queen, he takes back, and we get the piece. So he resigns because he notices his blunder. Mistakes often follow one after the other. So this is an interesting Caro Kann game because they don't often follow it up with f4. But I like these because a lot of times they push past and it transposes into the advance, which I like playing. So that's what happens. And then we just development and center. Center and development. Just development and center. Center and development. Trading a flank pawn for a central pawn when he can't take back with a c3 pawn. Yeah, it's so weird he didn't take the pawn, but whatever. Just developing for free. Free stuff. Oops. Free stuff for free. Just developing. Developing and center. Force move because it was hanging. And then blunder. So before that move, it was an even game, plus 0.6, so completely even. And then he blunders into a minus 2.8, completely losing position. I mean, they want him to just develop the knight, then I would plant my knight here, and we'll just play that position. Maybe I should even have taken the knight just to free up some space, but either way, he blunders. Free stuff, force move, and then he blunders into minus 5 because he hangs a piece here, so free stuff, and he just resigns. So we have 2 inaccuracies, but all zeros, 22 center pawn, a 92% game, good enough to beat 1700. Pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated here. It's just like a normal Caro Kann. He made a couple of weird moves, and then he just blundered a piece later on. So that about does it for this game.